of your nose, right here. Oh, by the way, the mastoid process, right behind your ear, do you feel the big bump? That's your mastoid process. And if you rub down a little bit, oh, it gives you a little massage on this muscle that attaches to it, right there. Okay, so that's the nasal bone, the bridge of your nose. Not really obvious in the way I'm showing. It's tiny though. You have two of them, one right here, one right here. And then the maxilla is your upper jaw. And you have two of them. They are fused right here. And so this is maxilla and this is maxilla. And it also, look at it, extends up to your eye orbit. Up to your eye orbit. It meets up with your zygomatic bone right here. If you look at the underside of the maxilla, you can see that it makes up much of what you would call your palate. All of this right here and here is maxilla. Do you see where they're fused? So if a baby is born and these bones didn't fuse properly, that is what we call cleft palate. Now right posterior to the maxilla is a cute little set of bones called the palatine. See how they're fused as well in the middle? And that's where the word palate actually comes from. These are the palatine bones, the very back of your hard palate. Now, going down to your throat, which would be right here, you have a lot of soft connective tissue, what you might know as your soft palate. But your hard palate is made up of two bones, the maxilla and the palatine. Okay, I'm going to come back to the mandible. We'll do that last. Let's just finish up the zygomatic, lacrimal, and hyoid. So the zygomatic we've already looked at a couple times now. It's pretty easy to find anyway because it's your cheekbone. So it's right here, goes up on the outside of the orbit a little bit and then out a little ways on the zygomatic arch. That's all your zygomatic. So you have two of those, two cheekbones. Okay, and then the lacrimal is in the eye orbit, and the bone itself is very tiny. So the only thing that I would ask you is, do you see the groove right here? That's called the lacrimal fossa. There's actually a hole in the really good skulls. It goes all the way down to join up with your sinuses and your nasal passages. Remember the draining of the tears? That's where they drain through this hole. And that's called the lacrimal fossa. See if you can find it on the other side too. Right there. Okay, and then the last bone to look at before we do the mandible is the hyoid bone, and it will only be on 3 of the skeletons in the room. It's on the 3 real skeletons. This skeleton, the one over there, and the one on the front of the room there.